2, haunted in Tanjong Pagar. The second incident happened to me. It was lunchtime and I was the only one left in my office. The rest have taken the opportunity to go to the temple. The phone rang and as I answered and spoke on the phone, I heard the parallel extension being lifted and hung up. After the call, I went out to see if my colleagues were back, but there was no one there and the remaining girl at the travel counter told me none of them had returned yet. I simply shrugged it off as I did not want to scare myself with it any further. Sometime later on a Sunday, another one of the girls from the travel counter, she was new and I shall call her Alice, experienced or rather saw something. It was around 4 p.m. and they were having an early dinner break before the rush hour. As she was eating, she saw from the corner of her eye that there was someone standing at the entrance to my office area and upon closer look realized that there was only a pair of legs with no upper body. Not surprisingly, she just stared and gestured towards the place with shock. Jenny, who was eating with her, guessed that something was not right although she could not see what and rushed to open the main tinted glass door to let in the sun. The apparition apparently disappeared at that point. Alice then described what she saw and again they offered joss sticks to pray. Not long after that the travel company moved and we were the only ones left there. Then on Christmas Eve of the same year, I received a call from a family living above my unit. He told me that he could smell something burning from downstairs, my office. I told him to go downstairs, lift up the roller shutter and take a look. He did and told me that it was on fire. Immediately, I called my boss and we rushed down to the office. Part 3, haunted in Tanjong Pagar. On reaching, we saw that there was no fire or any sign of a fire. So we asked the mother of the guy that called me what it was all about. At that time, the guy came down and his face was as white as a sheet. He described that he saw some fire sparks, ghostly fire, flying about when he lifted the shutters. Soon after, we too moved. Not because of the hauntings but because the authorities wanted to take over for conservation. During the 2-3 years that I was working there, I was asked a number of times by the people from the neighboring shops which unit I was working in. When told the address, they would all go ho yai ku, lo em kong a. This meant it is so scary, aren't you afraid in Cantonese. The guy who called on Christmas Eve who happened to live in a unit just above my office all his life told me about the history of that place. Apparently, a girl committed suicide by hanging herself when she was jilted and haunted the place. She was wearing a blue flowery samfu when she died. This explained why the girls always saw a fleeting image of blue with flowers and a pair of legs too. After that, her family moved and the place was converted to a gambling den of sorts. A man was killed when a fight broke out. Gamblers sometimes saw a puddle of blood where the man was killed and after that, it was taken over by our landlord who converted it into an office. This story is true. As I write, the memories came back and I felt shivers running down my spine. If any of my ex-colleagues happen to chance upon this story, please let me know.